So if you saw my last video, I said I was going to do more stories on the videos that I've made on my other channel, Skino Films. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put the video that I'm talking about in there, so y'all can go at least look at it and see how it really turned out. So the first one I want to start with is Rent-A-Hypeman. Rent-A-Hypeman is a lot of people's favorites when they see that. It's just hype as it is. It's just very hype. But the story behind that one is the I when I first started AI, our Institute of Washington, there was this class, and my man, it was me, my man Q, my man Benji, and this girl Maya. We had public speaking and psychology in the previous grade, and I passed those with flying colors. All right, now we're doing the film stuff, and this is where I actually start falling in love with film more, because this is where I went to say, "Yo, we can do this," and which is funny because I failed this class the first time, and this is why. Everybody had clicks, and when I realized that, like, the first thing I realized that everybody had clicks, everybody had specific people they was working with, and it kind of like stayed with them that whole group. My peoples that we like, I've befriended in public speaking and psychology. We most of us was in video, so we was like, all right, since we know each other, we already have this connection. We've been like vibing and all the other stuff. Me and Q, we hit it off the first day. Uh, we was like, all right, let's team up together. It was like cool. We get our first video done. It was called "The Ignorance Is Real." I may put that on, but that was just me fucking with shit, just to get, because it was just to like learn how to like mess with the camera. So it wasn't really big shit to do, but I was just fucking with shit. So we did that, and we had fun with it. So during this time, everybody in my group just started disappearing. Maya, she was pregnant when she was already pregnant, like almost about to have the baby, so she disappeared. And I don't know if she dropped out, and I think she did drop out, or it's probably the next class she dropped out. But anyway, she ended up pregnant, so I stopped seeing her. I was like, all right, she pregnant. I can't really knock her for that. Next thing you know, my man Benji. Now I think he's originally from Memphis, Tennessee. If he ends up seeing this, what up, Benji? He disappears, and we don't know where the fuck he goes. I like to this day, I don't know where the fuck he went. I don't know if he went back to Memphis. I don't know. I hope he's not dead. If he is, God bless his soul. But he was a cool brother. But next thing you know, he disappeared. So now it's just me and Q, and I'm like, where's our peoples? Now there's a Spanish dude, Puerto Rican actually. I can't remember his name, but I don't know if he liked us much, but I didn't hate the brother. Actually, I found it funny. I felt like we was annoying. If I had to compare that relationship to anyone, it was like me and Q was like SpongeBob and Patrick, and he was Squidward. So let's just say that. So me and him, we do this drink with a video where like Q was being stalked by another girl I met. Her name was Brittany. And she was supposed to be the girl that was technically like stalking him and all that stuff. And he was like seeing her everywhere, but she wasn't really there. And it was just in his head. All right, that we knocked that video out. Cool. So when it comes to do a final project, I come up with Rent-A-Hypeman. And my peoples was like, yo, that's a fucking good ass idea. That shit's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And the people now in this class specifically, there was another dude, and they like clicked up, and they was putting out amazing videos. Morrow, it was Donovan, it was this girl Ashley, who was also in my psychology class, but she was with them, and I think Justin was with them at the time, but I'm not sure, but like they had that squad and they was putting out videos. I was like, this shit is good, but I know we can put out videos. So that's who I was always trying to be in competition with. We did so when I came up with the story Rent-A-Hypeman, he Morrow, I think that's his name. I think his name is Morrow. Anyway, I'm gonna just call him Morrow. He walked up to me. He said, "Bruh, I love that idea. I would love to see the ending of it, or when you finish making it and all the other stuff. I would love to see it." So I was hyped. So we was supposed to get all this stuff done. Next thing you know, long story short, it never got done. We never got started. I was like, I checked out the video equipment. I was like, we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna, no one come. No one came. Everybody that wanted to do it didn't come. So it was just me and Q. We sitting here like, where the fuck everybody at? Puerto Rican dude, I ain't know where the fuck he went. And the video never got done. I ended up failing. That's why I ended up failing that class. So when I had to take it again, I had different people. And one of my friends that I met in the lounge, he taught me Smash, Super Smash Brothers, like legitimately how to play. Cause you know how you casually play, but this time like he taught me how to like play at least a competitor's level. Now he is way better than me, and the game he was playing was Project M, and you know anybody knows Project M. That's the mod. Project M is fun. So he was like me. He had to go from video to audio. So he was just taking that class. He seen me, I seen him, and we was like, no matter what, you and we're gonna be doing this video. All right, and we get two other brothers, and that's been that was our crew. We knocked the first video out. That was good. All right, now we had to do the documentary thing, and I picked. Why does his name escape me? He was Spike Lee's right hand man for most of his career, and he's done most of it. We knocked that out. We were just knocking videos out. So when it came to Rent-A-Hypeman, I came in late. I was late because I think I had overslept, or it was just a snowy day, and I was living in Laurel, and going from Laurel to Virginia, it was like an hour and a half taking the bus and all that other stuff. So I come in late, and they're looking at me. It's like, all right, we have this idea, and we want to know how you run by it. They run me by the idea. Now, their idea was good. It was some Black Lives Matter thing that they was really thinking about, and I was like, I think the concept. But I really wanted to do Rent-A-Hypeman, so I was like, all right, I have an idea as a video, because I already knew what was going to happen, so I already had an idea, and I was all right. So I explained to them Rent-A-Hypeman, and they was like, damn, I fucked with that idea, and everybody was like down with it. I was like, yes, I finally get to do this shit. So while doing this time we got people. So everybody that you saw in the video, I ended up making friends with, and we was all being cool. The whole video, and Isaiah is really proud of this, and I'm proud of it too. Like the whole thing about the PM and them playing Smash and all that other stuff, that was his idea. So when we inject that, so that was really hype. The whole thing, I told him I wanted to run it like an infomercial, and they was just down with it. So while filming this, it was just really funny because I was just acting a fool the whole time. Before, there was this guy that I think he was behind Isaiah, the one with the dreadlocks. If anyone seen, he's the one with the dreadlocks. So there was a guy behind him. So he was in my scene. So in order for me to get in the scene and talk to him, I had to push him out the way. And he didn't know. So when I pushed him out the way, he just reacted like, what the fuck? And so he didn't stand there no more, so he didn't have to sit there. So going in there, we was looking at people's videos. Now, the guy I wanted that said my shit was, he was in other classes, obviously. He goes, he hasn't seen the video, but everybody in there, I was watching everyone's videos, and we was going, oh yeah, our shit's way better than this. Like, I was hyped because we're going through the whole editing. This thing was probably like one of my best edits so far, and the funny thing is that's in the beginning of my school tenure there. So all the edits and shit, I'm just like coming up with the edits and the whole screen and all that stuff. How I want this set up. I'm coming up with the voice. And I'm learning how to use the Adderall for like the first time. That's why I fell in love with the Adderall. That's why I got one now. So I'm getting all this shit down, editing this shit, done, looking good. Come to watching. Oh yeah, we got this shit. We looking at it. We the last one to go too. It was, and I was looking at Isaiah and said, "Oh, we fucking got this. This is no brainer." So before we put the video up, one of the professors, his name is Professor Cook, and he's done some stuff in the industry too. Like, and so he's really good on editing, and he was really congratulating us on our edits so far. So he had this slide about, rocket science, and and I thought it was funny. So as a little joke for him, I put in the school's address and I said, "Talk to Professor Cook, rocket scientist." So I put that in there just for Cook, and he enjoyed that too. And we go in, we play our shit, everyone's laughing. I'm like, yes. Everyone's laughing. Everyone, by the end, everyone was clapping and shit. I was like, we got a good grade on it. Now, don't get me wrong, he broke it down. Like, one thing I would say about Cook, especially when it comes to editing, man breaks it down, and he was giving pointers and all that other stuff. And I'm sitting here like, all right, you breaking it down, you learn some more lessons of it, but he gives us a good grade. So, bam, Rent-A-Hypeman comes out. We're so hyped. Now, don't get me wrong, the quality is very old, but we're showing everybody, and everybody's laughing. So everybody's like, yo, you need to do more of this stuff. So we end up doing it. I end up doing the second one with different people, and that one came out great too. And that one's more or less like a 90s Slim Jim commercial. I may get into the story about that one. I may tell a story about that one, but that one's for Get Over It. And that's probably going to be my next story. Get Over It is probably going to be my next story. So let me know what y'all thought. How do y'all feel about this story? I'm really excited about Rent-A-Hypeman. I'm going to make sure I'm going to leave it in the description box once I'm done editing. I'll probably leave it in the comment section. I hope when y'all see it, y'all laugh too. Let me know what y'all think about it. Today, my name's Skin Fly, and I'm out. Peace.